On this show, we do like a bit of good news where we can find it, especially on a Friday night. I mean, hopefully you've put the kids to bed and you may well be making substantial progress with a cold bottle of Pinot Grigio or a chilled San Miguel. Or perhaps you've got a nice brew on and have torn open a packet of custard creams. I tried to keep the sugar and carbs down, but I do love the occasional custard cream. Either way, this one ought to put a smile on your face. Two very famous celebrities, Jonathan Ross, chat show king, and the massively talented comedian Richard Ayoade, have both put their necks on the line and written glowing reviews which adorn the front cover of this controversial book. It's called Tough Crowd. It's a brand new book by writer Graham Linehan, the man behind Father Ted. So what was Graham Linehan's great crime? Well, his adherence to the crazy idea taught in GCSE biology and found in every medical textbook that there are, that there are just two sexes. But in the clown world that we now inhabit, pointing out scientific facts is enough to destroy your career, which of course happened to Graham. He lost all his TV work, even though he's one of the most gifted and successful writers in the country. He also wrote The IT Crowd, Big Train and Black Books. But it all came crumbling down. Plans for a Father Ted musical were canned. He lost his marriage, his income, his livelihood, and he's had abuse and death threats rained upon him for the last 3 years. But apparently, he's the one responsible for hate. Make it make sense. He even saw his gig at the Edinburgh Festival, allegedly a forum for artistic free expression, cancelled by activists. So what did this guy do that was so wrong? Well, his problems all started with the following tweet. Men aren't women, though. That's the tweet. Men aren't women, though. 4 words that saw him lose his public voice and have his life destroyed. Men aren't women, though. But here's the thing. Men aren't women, though. And there's the problem. At the heart of this crazy woke ideology, which is infiltrating the public sector, our corporations, education, the media and politics, all of it is a fiction. It's all a lie. And the truth will, in the end, prevail in the same way that water finds its way through a cracked roof. Couple of things to note here. The book is already storming up the bestseller list, reflecting the silent majority of people in this country who don't want women rebadged as birthing humans or chest feeders, and who don't want children chemically castrated or butchered at the hands of a surgeon. The silent majority don't want men who identify as female rocking the full meat and 2 veg, entering women's sports and winning records for swimming, weightlifting, rowing and rugby. They do want women to hang on to their hard-won sex-based rights. Female-only sport, female-only changing rooms, female-only toilets, female-only rape crisis centres, female-only prisons. When you read a headline like this one, ex-soldier exposed her penis and used a wheelie bin as a sex toy in public. That's right, ex-soldier exposed her penis and used a wheelie bin as a sex toy in public. Not only is it comical and absurd, but it's actually a slander, a libel on womankind. Look out for more stories about women who go around raping people as this mad ideology continues to prevail. They are, of course, not women. If you think I'm exaggerating, this madness reached its nadir in Scotland when a double rapist calling himself Isla Bryson, a still fully intact biological male, was accommodated in a female prison. A male rapist in a female prison. You couldn't make it up. Graham Linehan's story is not made up either. It's terrifyingly true and shows how far down the rabbit hole we've come. For this man's life to be destroyed for calling out this nonsense is really shocking. And that's why I'm deeply impressed by Jonathan Ross and Richard Ayoade, who will get pelters for their support of the book and who will doubtless lose work. Given how shallow, selfish and spineless so many celebrities are in the face of this woke madness, which most on the right and the left detest, it's truly impressive that these two have put their name to this. Heroes is not too strong a word. Meanwhile, more good news. The brilliant singer Roisin Murphy was also threatened with career Armageddon just a couple of weeks ago when she highlighted her concerns about puberty blockers for children. The ultra-woke BBC removed her playlist from their music shows, and everyone and anyone wanted this poor woman cancelled. Well, it's going the other way. As with Graham Linehan's book sales, her latest album is rocketing up the charts and may be #1 by the end of the week. And she performed a sold-out gig this week to 5-star reviews. So, the Bud Light debacle, the politically correct Disney movies flopping at the box office, J.K. Rowling's massive new TV deal, mainstream British stars speaking up for basic biology. The woke tide is turning, folks. This is a moment to rejoice. In fact, it's such good news, I'm going to have a custard cream.